Okay, so have you ever been driving around, you see a brand new, pretty standard-looking car, and you wonder about the price? You know, a $30,000 car feels, well, it feels pretty normal these days. But what if I told you that by the time you're done paying for it, that same car could have actually cost you 3 times that? Yeah. Let's dive into this little financial mystery.
It's a question a lot of us have asked ourselves, right? You're on the highway, you're looking around, and you see all these shiny, expensive new cars and trucks everywhere. And you just can't help but think, how? I mean, is everyone secretly a millionaire? Well, the short answer is nope. But there's a system at play here, and it's specifically designed to make the completely unaffordable seem totally possible.
And here it is. This is the key. The average monthly payment for a new car in America, it is shot up to $727. And for trucks and big SUVs, it's often over $900. We're not talking about a fancy luxury vehicle here. That is the average. So how on earth did we get here?
Well, it all starts with a very simple but incredibly powerful illusion. It's one that has totally changed how we buy cars. See, the focus has been shifted away from the total price of the car to one single, kind of deceptive number, the monthly payment.
Do you remember when a 4-year car loan was considered like a really long time? Yeah, those days are basically ancient history now. To make those massive sticker prices seem to fit into a monthly budget, lenders have just stretched and stretched and stretched the loan terms to unbelievable lengths. 7 or 8 years is totally common now. And the appeal is obvious, right? A longer term means a lower payment each month, but it comes with a really hidden and really heavy cost.
So here's that trade-off in black and white. With an 8-year loan, that payment looks manageable. You know, it seems affordable. But the consequences, they're huge. You can end up paying thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars more in just interest over the life of that loan. And what's even worse? You get trapped in something called negative equity.
And this is the trap. Cars lose value fast. So after just a couple years of an 8-year loan, you could easily owe, say, $20,000 on a car that's only worth $15,000. You are officially underwater. You can't sell it, you can't trade it in without having to write a massive check just to get back to zero.
So what do people do? Well, they've rolled that negative equity, all that leftover debt, right into their next car loan. They trade in a car they're losing money on for a brand new, even more expensive one, and the whole cycle just keeps on going. It's a financial hamster wheel. You're just running faster and faster and somehow falling further and further behind.
But listen, the financial tricks are only half the story. The other half, it's all about psychology. I mean, why do we even accept these deals in the first place? It's because the industry has gotten absolutely brilliant at selling us something much more powerful than just a car.
There's this quote that just hits the nail on the head. They don't sell cars anymore. They sell lifestyles, dreams, and social status. That commercial you see with the big truck climbing a mountain, it's not selling you transportation. It's selling you the fantasy that you're the kind of person who climbs mountains, even if the only place you drive is to the grocery store.
The marketing is designed to connect these vehicles to our deepest desires. We're told that having the right car proves we're successful, that we're reliable, that we're hardworking, that we've got status. It makes a totally irrational financial decision feel like a perfectly rational investment in ourselves and our identity. And this leads to this really fascinating psychological state that some people have started calling automotive Stockholm syndrome. People get so emotionally attached to the identity that their car represents that they will fiercely defend their gigantic car payment. If you suggest they drive something cheaper, they don't hear it as sound financial advice. They hear it as a personal attack on their self-worth. It's wild.
Okay, so we've got the loan tricks and we've got the psychological hooks. But that sticker price and the monthly payment, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are some enormous costs that somehow never seem to get discussed in the finance office.
First up, let's talk insurance. A more expensive, more complex car costs way more to insure. And I'm not talking about a few extra bucks. I'm talking about an extra $100, maybe even $200 every single month. That's thousands of dollars a year that most people just completely forget to factor into the equation.
And then there's maintenance and repairs. Look, modern cars are technological marvels, for sure. But when they break, the bills are staggering. Your transmission goes out? That could easily be a $5,000 surprise. An engine problem could be double that. These are the kinds of costs that can kickstart a debt spiral all on their own.
And of course, let's not forget fuel. Especially with how popular big trucks and SUVs are, gas costs have basically become a second car payment for a lot of families. Driving a vehicle that only gets 15 miles per gallon can easily tack on another $300 or $400 to your monthly expenses.
So, we've seen the illusion,
the psychology, and all the hidden costs. Let's put it all together. Let's finally solve the mystery we started with. What is the real price of that so-called affordable car? All right, here's the math the car dealerships really hope you never do. That $30,000 car, financed over 8 years, it ends up costing you around $43,000, just in payments and interest. Now add in insurance, fuel, and a pretty conservative estimate for maintenance, and all of a sudden, boom, you've spent over $90,000. And for all that money,
You've basically paid the price of a luxury car to own a used vehicle that's now worth just a fraction of its original cost. We're not just talking about financing transportation here. This is wealth destruction on a massive, massive scale.
And this brings us to the opportunity cost, which is just brutal. Instead of funneling all that money into an asset that's losing value every single day, what if you had invested it? That very same monthly payment, just put into a simple index fund, could have grown into a portfolio worth over $85,000. Think about that. One path leaves you with an old car, the other leaves you with significant wealth.
so what is the ultimate lesson here? What do we take away from all this? It's really about understanding what a car truly is, and more importantly, what it isn't.
The next time you're looking at a new car, just ask yourself this one simple question. Is this vehicle a tool to get me from point A to point B as efficiently as possible? Or is it a financial trap disguised with a new car smell, one that's designed to sell me an identity at a price that could seriously compromise my future? The answer to that question could be worth $90,000.